right, how's it going, everybody? Welcome. Hey, Nick got here right at the start of a new year. Yep. But I am quickly just going to go over this because I kind of hit the big, like the first major milestone, I feel. Or maybe not the first major milestone, but like a season type milestone, and that is 10 seasons. It's hard to believe. I think I started this legit 3 years ago. I think it was like 2015, like June 2015. So just over 3 years later, and we're at a point where I've done 10 seasons on here, and I think you can do 30. And it's just amazing to see kind of where everything has gone thus far, and how you've kind of gone up and up from the beginning. You know, starting off at Grambling, you know, one of the very rare 10 plus lost seasons. Only that kind of that kind of shit show season at Gonzaga, and of course my first season at Grambling. NIT in the first year, legit the only year thus far that I did not make the NCAA tournament. I made it the next 9 years. And then also, it was also worth noting that even with this Gonzaga one, because I at least got to the second round, that actually just barely makes it so that every single season I've had at least 20 wins. So that's pretty cool for me too. But yeah, you can see, you know, as I built up Grambling, we finally got into the tournament, which I think was the first time in like their program that happening. We went there 4 times before I left. Couldn't get out of the second round. I know one of those times was like the infamous Florida game where I should have gone to the Sweet 16, and then I screwed it up in the final minute. Then going to Gonzaga, making the Final Four. Literally the only loss of the season I suffered then was in the Final Four. And then I just completely lost it for next year, and had one of the worst years I had since my first year. Went to San Diego State, finally captured both my national championship wins there, and then finally getting hired by Iowa State, which I could very well stay here for the next 20 seasons, because I know one of the things that I'll get to in the goals is to get a lifetime contract with a team. Now I'm imagining you can't really get a lifetime contract with a team unless you're with them for quite a while. So I think that might be a goal that I want to try to make, is getting that. Yeah, the Florida game was something. I can't even remember what happened in the Final Four game here that led to that, but not a huge deal. Then the San Diego State ones, which I think I breezed through most of the first one, and then the second one, I remember, I think it was either the second round or the Sweet 16, where it literally came down to a desperation shot that got me either tied to go to overtime or it was a winning shot. I think it was a tied shot where I was pretty much going to be eliminated, and then he just made this desperation 3 at the buzzer to send us to overtime, and then we were able to get through the national championships that way. Iowa State has been a bit of a rebuilding thing, but I mean, like, it's rebuilding, quote unquote. It's rebuilding for a power conference, but there's still like 80. There were still like 82 overall, and I think if I look at them, they're like 83 or something like that. So it's not. I mean, yeah, sort of, but I mean, they only had like 7 wins, but I mean, it's not that bad. 277 wins and 68 losses. I still haven't hit 100 losses yet. And I like that, and I feel like if I go at the rate that I've been going looking at this, it'll probably be at least 3 seasons before I get there. I'm sure I'll hit it, but it might be a while. So that'll be good. Wasn't like a half quarter. It might have been, or it was like it was either like a half quarter or like a Steph Curry style shot where it was from like 30 feet. But yeah, you can see I've maxed out my, I think it's teaching, charisma, discipline. My scouting I haven't even touched in 10 years. I upgraded my offense and defense. Mostly I just use this. I'll use the assistants for the scouting. I'll let them do that, since I usually do most of the charisma and talking. But hey, I'm officially an A. 2-time champ, 35 years old. We're actually getting really close. Like, if you see that, we're actually getting really close to actual day, like present day. It's kind of interesting because I started this in 2015 at the 2007-2008 season. What's up, Daredevil? But now I'm at a point where we're going into the 17-18 season. So the way things are working out, it might still be a season or so, but I think within the next couple of seasons I'll actually be legit up there with present day, and that'll be kind of interesting for a game that's 10 years old and starting 10 years back, almost 10 years back is quite something. But yeah, I just wanted to do take a look at the coach, because I haven't really looked much at the coach card at all myself, and I figured, you know what, post 10 years, like after 10 years of this, I might as well kind of take a look-see at it. But yeah, 6 regular season championships, which it's going to be rough now that I'm in the Big 12, because there's a lot of competition, between Kansas, Texas. Just those two alone are going to give me a hard time. Not to mention any of the other ones that might pop themselves out. Conference tournament championships a little bit easier to get to. 7 of those, 9 NCAA tournaments out of 10 years. That's pretty good. 4 of those times got to Sweet 16. 3 of those times the Final Four. And 2 national titles. I've never gotten a preseason number 1 ranking, but then again, I've had some opportunities. I think with either Gonzaga or San Diego State. That's not really a huge deal for me, because what does a preseason number 1 mean? Because you don't get a title for being the best before the season starts. But yeah, every year getting 21 seasons, so I got 10 of those. 8 times I've gotten Conference Coach of the Year, so only a couple of times, which is probably maybe my first year with Grambling and probably my second year with Gonzaga, I would say, are probably the 2 times I didn't get those. I didn't even know at some point I got National Coach of the Year, so that's interesting to know. 15 all-conference players. I had an All-American player. Not sure who that was either. Probably happened at San Diego State. No national players, but I had 5 pro draftees. I don't remember seeing that. I don't know if it tells me if they got, because I'm pretty sure it tells me if they got drafted, but usually it just tells me that they graduated. But let me see here. So yeah, a lot of these goals here I finally filled out. I haven't gotten the top recruit in a recruiting class. That could change now that I'm at a power conference. Haven't gotten the top recruiting class yet. Once again, that could change, especially now, because I did see the team. I'm losing 4 out of my 5 starters, and I think 6 people on my team in total. So I've got some rebuilding to do, but I can really freshen that up with other people. Let me see here. Conference Player of the Year, haven't done that yet. Player of the Year winner, haven't done that. 2K Sports, I don't even know how to do that one. Underclassmen chosen in the pro draft. I do have the one and done option in there, so if I get such a high level guy, he can leave early. So I decided I was going to at least try to do that realism and not force them to stay 4 years. Let's see, yeah. All of that. Lifetime, that's the big one I want to get, is that lifetime contract. 200,000 legacy points, which will probably take me another 10 seasons at this point to do. 200 career wins, 500 career wins, which I think is probably doable. 800 is slightly less doable, and 900, I mean, maybe, but it'd probably take me all 30 seasons to get to that point. To get 900, I mean, to be fair, 900 career wins is an average of 30 wins per season, so that's crazy. Yeah, you can see my legacy points, you can see where some of my highest years were, and how well I did with that. But yeah, 97,000 points right now, so I'm more than halfway there, or not more than halfway, just under halfway. And I'll at least just quickly take a look at how Iowa State is faring thus far. We had the tournament bid. They've had 15 tournament bids. They haven't had a title yet. They've only had one Final Four, and we're considered 4th in the conference. So that's pretty solid. 83 overall. As you can see, we're losing 6 guys to graduation here. And, that'll be interesting. So the only guy is Buboltz, and he's a junior, so we'll lose him next year. Let's see, all the wins and losses, everything else like that. The big things for me, undefeated against top 25 teams this season. That's pretty damn good. 15-game home streak. I'll have to continue defending. As you can see, top 25 in the RPI media and coaches, so that's very helpful to be a top 25 team technically. We've finally gotten everybody back. I think attendance is at like 40 or 45% when I got the team last season. So now it seems as though the success from this last season has filled the place back up again, so that'll be great. A bunch of people that led the team that aren't going to lead the team because they aren't going to be there anymore. This one's the one thing that irks me. We got an A+ offensive efficiency, number 5 in the nation. I don't see how somehow. I want to know like what did we do to somehow land the number 322 in defensive efficiency. Like where did we fail? Was it like steals and blocks? Was it the turnover margin because we average 1.4 more than them? I don't know. Otherwise, like maybe the opponents, stuff like this, maybe. I have no idea what makes us that low. What puts us that low on the totem pole, but I guess I won't really worry about it too much. Hey, Jack. Did I catch all the chaos that happened in Iowa today? I didn't catch it until later, man. I posted on my Twitter because what happened was I just going about my day like nothing was happening because I lived out like away from where all that was happening. So, and I'm at work where away from all of it is happening. So to me, I go to work and it's a nice sunny day, and then I go to lunch at like 7:30 and it's a nice sunny day still. And then I come back and it feels like nothing has happened. And then I just get on Facebook and I find out that all hell had broken loose. And there were tornadoes touching down. I'm like, when the fuck did this happen? Yeah. I got one of my... Oh. Hey, I got one target signed. All right. I think that was the guy that I was fighting with Iowa with. So at this point... Are these all the targets that I had? That does make sense, I guess. This guy. Okay, so this is a guy that I have been looking at here. Yeah, I've got him. Oh, I've got him. That one's in for sure. That one I could probably make work, and that one should be good too. All right, so I've pretty much filled out most of the guys already, so... But I'll have a lot of scholarships, I think, for this next season. I found out about Twitter randomly just because the Cedar Rapids Gazette talking about Marshalltown paper struggling to get their paper out tomorrow. They're reporting 17 injured. Damn. Yeah, I just like go onto my Facebook and find out that there were tornadoes just... And like it looked like nothing out here. And then I found out that there's like tornadoes everywhere. What the fuck is going on? When did this happen? Visit the recruit, make sure we got that. This should be pretty easy. I don't see this taking me too long because I've already had the people for this, and I'll just hopefully be able to just kind of up and snatch them. So we'll just go forward a week here. Pretty good rain shower. Yeah, we didn't get anything. I didn't get. That's why I was like really weirded out about that and finding out about it, because we didn't get a drop of rain. Usually with storms like that, you know, I can usually be like, oh man, there's a lot of rain going around. That's insane. I wonder what's going on. But no, it just all kind of like blew over where I was at and where I was working, and the next thing I know, it's like, oh yeah, there were tornadoes just a few hours ago. What the fuck? I think we just did them all, right? Yeah. So really, I don't know if I'm going to hit 100 with these guys, because like they've shown that they won't be completely interested, I think, in signing, maybe, if they aren't high enough up. They might still do it anyway. That might be a last-second decision. Who knows? I mean, I'm the only one trying to get these guys, so I'm crossing my fingers here that I can get them up enough for that. There we go. Hopefully that'll do something. I got a couple more tries at this, so just open up the door and everything's gone. You're just like, what happened? I don't know why that makes it sound like the intro to like Clerks 2. That's what makes it, where he just is at the quick stop, and like everything looks fine, and then he just opens up the door, and there's just blazing fire inside, and then he just like closes it up and runs away. But yeah, I mean, it looked fine here, and then I'm finding out about that. They're like, yeah, it was real bad. I'm like, oh, I feel awful, because I'm just sitting there at work just doing my shit, and it's meh. Cool. Everyone signed. Everyone was willing to sign. You know, with only one junior, you know, I'll probably wait. I'll probably wait for well, you know what? Let me see what type of juniors there are right now. All of them. There we go. Let me see what type of juniors I could possibly get. And I'll take a look at ones that maybe aren't decided on people just yet. Actually, let's do that. So that'll give me an idea of the 5-star guys who I could still maybe try to bring in. All right, there was a few, but all right, let's do this one. I'll add him to the target list. This one seemed like I could maybe try to grab him. At this point, we're losing enough people. I'm not even like completely, and I know at least 2 of them are point guards, so not a huge deal if we just try to grab some of these guys here. Center. We need a center. No 5 stars, but there are some 4 stars. This is going to be a fight, I feel. And there's really nobody. There's like this dude as a maybe. 6'11". Is there... You know what I should do? Hang on. I'm going to look. I'm going to search through their heights. I see a 7-foot... Come on. There's a 7'1", a 2-star. I might have to try for like that 4-star 6'11" dude. Watch their... I was just wondering if there was going to be some like shit can nobody that was like 7'4". We'll go ahead and take a shot at him as well. I'll probably start taking some people off, but it'd be nice to at least just like have some people. So let's go. Let's do that. And we're going to move. Whoops. We're going to move these guys up. I like doing it like this because there we go. It just makes it a little bit easier. because I don't like the swapping thing. So I'll just swap my way up. And then I'll take another look at people who might also be someone of interest at the beginning of the season. Did I hear about Hamada? Oh, the probation she's got. Yeah, everyone was like, "Oh yeah, she's in jail," and it's like she's not in jail. She has probation. And yeah, it was. I forget what they were saying. They said like recreational drugs or something like that, or stimulant drugs, which just tells me it's probably just what, marijuana. Did she get caught with pot? Is that what it is? Because they're being very vague and they just say stimulant drugs, and it's like, well, it probably wasn't anything hard. All right, 4 3-stars. All right, do I get the do I get to be up here? Come on now. Look at that. I had 2 Mr. Basketballs, 3 4-stars and 3 3-stars. How come I'm not like above Providence? Where am I technically sitting here? I mean, I guess this isn't like indicative of that, but there's only 50 states and I grabbed 2 of them. 2 of the Mr. Basketballs. The initial rumor was meth. Oh, Jesus. But of course, there was also the same rumor that said she was going to prison, so maybe that's why they were being vague, is because it was something like that. Who knows? All I know is it felt like an intentionally vague story. All right, it's like, okay, something's not right here. Okay. First off, we're going to do the Cyclone Challenge still. Since we're the Cyclones, we're going to do the challenge. Let's move up to maybe like the 9th or so. That'd be good. Actually, you know what I need to do is I need to pull out a calendar for this, because I want to make sure I don't do things on Sundays so I could do recruiting a little bit better. So we're on what, 2017, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think that's what I said, is we're on the... Because from what I remember, things get like weird if you try to sign people. Like if you have games on Sundays, it just makes things weird. And marijuana isn't a stimulant. I mean, I guess you're right. Maybe it's heroin. Who knows? Some Mexican black tar heroin. That's how she's able to do some of those matches. Big East is gonna give us someone fun. We could do Louisville, Georgetown, Villanova. Let me see. Louisville seems like a team to. Oh, god damn it! Yeah, so November 9th isn't a big deal. Actually, let me look and see right here. So January 6th, all right, 6th, 15th, or 13th, 15th. I'm trying to see what days things are falling on here as well. The 6th is Saturday, Monday. Yeah, so I think the day to avoid is Sunday. Not too bad. All right. So 3rd, 9th. 9th is a Thursday. So I'll take that. Big East. We go down here to Louisville. Should we swap home or what? No, we're starting at home, so we can go away after that. So after the 9th, we'll do 13th. That's a Monday. And we can, wow, there's no Big, oh yeah, that's Big 12. I was thinking Big 10. Should we do the Iowa game then or a little bit later? Yeah, we could do the Iowa game then. We'll just, oh, damn it. Oh yeah, if I'm going to swap home and away, I can go to Louisville. So what date did I say again? 13th. So the 13th is when we'll face Iowa. And we'll go to Iowa. And then we'll come back home. If I'm seeing the 13th, let's do like the 17th. That's a Friday night. Some Friday night basketball. Or maybe we'll do the 18th and do some Saturday. Ooh, boy, there's a lot less people around for Saturdays. All right, Friday night basketball. Let's do... where should we go for that? Mid-Eastern Missouri Valley, Mountain West. I mean, I could do a San Diego State game. I should still probably do it. It would still be kind of fun to do a Grambling game at some point. I don't know if I want to do Grambling or San Diego State at this point, because it's like it's been such a thing for me to go to Grambling. I want to keep going to Grambling. I don't know if I want to face San Diego State. Like, I'm not. I think I'd be fine, but Arizona. Well, I'm facing Arizona State after that, so maybe UCLA would probably work. Yeah, UCLA works. So we'll do UCLA. We'll host them. Then on the 20th, we're gonna move the date on that. We can go to Arizona State, but I'm gonna move the date back a day if I can. So we're gonna move that back to that Saturday and see if I could face them. Yeah. We'll just move that back a day. All right. Hopefully I've gotten rid of enough now that I can take most of these off. I'll keep Ohio State and Illinois. Okay, so that's Saturday and that's Saturday. Okay, cool. So I'll keep those two because those are Saturday games. I'll keep them as they are. So insert some games in between here. So 25th, we could do 28th. That's a Tuesday. There should be an ACC team in here, but which ACC team? I'll do Florida State. I'm cool with Florida State. I don't know is Duke coming back? Duke's making their comeback. They're not completely there. That might be kind of cool too. I mean, I guess I could probably do both if I really wanted to set it up that way. So what if we face Duke? And then we go... So that'd be on the 28th. And then we can go to, what, the 2nd? And see if they got... let me see here. Did I set up Florida State or Duke? I couldn't remember. That's my fault. Swap it right about there. We'll go... What is it? The 2nd is what I wanted, but that didn't work. So we'll do December 1st, and we'll go at Florida State. Actually, let's go at Duke, and then we can come back for Florida State. So the 1st, we can go to maybe like the 8th. And why is that logo a Native American man busting a nut? I have no idea. Take it up with Florida State. All right, so after a stretch like that, I feel like we need just a little bit of something else. So we'll do. Oh God, I forget where they were at. Southwestern. Let's host Grambling this time. So after the haul of like Louisville, Iowa, UCLA, Arizona State, Duke, Florida State, that's when we'll do our Grambling game to get us prepared for Ohio State and Illinois. We'll also throw in kind of another lesser team there too. Like let's see, if we do the 12th, that'll work because that's a Tuesday. Who could be a team that we could bring in? Maybe a different Mountain West team? Like a not San Diego State, like tiptoe around the San Diego State one. I'm thinking like a TCU or a Brigham Young. Didn't I lose to TCU last year? I'm pretty sure I lost to TCU last year. Let's do that. I'll go at TCU. And then we can... I'm trying to see how they've set this up. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5 and 6 of the Cyclone Challenge. So it makes sense. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 games. I think that's pretty good. I think as long as you have... I think if you can get somewhere between 28 and 30, maybe even 27 at the very least, I think you're probably okay. So 28 is, I would say, pretty good. I think I could insert more if I wanted to, but... I think I'm good with where I'm at. Unless I were to throw in something between Florida State and Grambling, like back-to-back games. I mean, I guess I could probably do that. What if I did... something on like the 9th, the day after Grambling? I did something with sort of a name. You know what? I'll stick with the 28. I think I'm good with where I'm at. I think that'll work. Which I had to update your back. Welcome back. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good schedule. Louisville, Iowa, UCLA, Arizona State, Duke, Florida State. Kind of tone it down a little bit with Grambling and TCU, then bring it back up. Let me see. TCU's actually they're not even like it's not even like an easy game. Grambling is much closer to that, but yeah, and then Ohio State is they're pretty good. I think that's probably like what, an 89 almost? 88, there they are. TCU even at an 81 is still no slouch. And then Illinois is an 85. So that's very doable. Grambling's a 69 again. Oh, poor Grambling. Alright, let's just no. Oh shit. I forgot this is where I usually like to look at people. Oh, well. That's on me. Oh, we're back down to 80. Oh, you fickle fans. All right, so what do we got for people who are interested? Specifically, let's look at centers. Ooh, this guy was actually this 4-star ended up being a 5-star and became a top. Or did I already? No, because there were no 5-stars. So this guy had to. I think this guy was a 4-star. Top 25, Mr. Basketball. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna get him, but we'll check. Nobody else there I really want. The 7-1 is sexy. I could probably get that dude who's a 3-star. How many scholarships? I got 4 scholarships. You know what? As a just in case, Let's just shoot him an email and get some game tape off of him. This 3-star, that's not bad at all. See, where was he ranked? Where did he sit? 116. That's still not even bad. That's still the 7th best. He's still the 7th best center you could grab. So if I don't get the number 1 center, I don't think I would complain about the number 7 center. So, oh Jesus, no, not all targets. So that's my backup guy, who's probably going to be the guy because I don't know if I can get the 5-star guy in. I'm going to try, but boy, I really picked them, didn't I? Jesus, a lot of these turned into 5-star. Or did I pick? I think I did pick the 5 stars. This guy wasn't a 5-star, though, so I think some of these guys were actually 4 stars that developed into it, if I remember right. Because some of these, you can see some of these guys, I don't think I picked out any 3 stars that were sophomores or freshmen, so it seems like their ratings change over time, both good and bad. So, so let me see. That's 4 right there. I thought there was a. Oh, did I not save it? Am I that dumb? Did I not save that list? Hang on. Oh no, I just didn't reshuffle everything. There we go. So I think I'm gonna really work at bringing him in because I see that being the better option. I'm gonna try, but I'm not gonna pin all my hopes and dreams on this guy. Ooh, this is the number 1 guy, and he really hasn't decided. All right, time to throw the house at this dude. Damn. Actually, all right. Let me see how I should work these here. So, okay. So this guy's going at the top. This guy is a maybe. This guy, I have a pretty good shot because I'm number 3, so we'll move him over here. This guy, I think, is my best possible option for center. And these 2 guys are going to be like, I hope so, but, you know, I'm keeping my expectations realistic here. So I'll work it as that, and I'll pin it on here, and that'll still give me an extra scholarship, which I should probably try to utilize somewhere. And phone a recruit, and I think the other recruits we've already talked to, so realistically we could spend the money to have me go to this guy's place and try to grab him. Right, we should move it like that so I can see what I'm doing. All right. And then juniors, we'll just send the assistant coach to go do that stuff. I really should probably find some new juniors, honestly, at this point. I feel like that's maybe a better option. All right. So I am solid there. This is about 38 minutes. I might only be able to do maybe 1 game. I might just keep it a little bit shorter just to have all the off-season stuff done. Oh, right. You know what I should do beforehand? Red shirts. Cuts and red shirts. Let's see where we're at. All right. We got 2 shooting guards. We're going to just keep them both. 4 small forwards. Senior, sophomore, junior. And he's a red-shirted freshman. So I'm thinking I should actually sit the sophomore. I think I might redshirt him so that I can hopefully have a stronger Let me look at... Okay, so the shooting guards are going to make things a little bit different because of that. But I think we've got spread out enough here. I'm going to go ahead and redshirt him. Make that work. He's my number 2 guy, by the way, too. I want to redshirt him because he's a sophomore. Let me see here. Point guards. We got a lot of point guards, including a guy that's just not going to work out. Honestly, let's just call a spade a spade. So we might keep the 4 just because some of these guys could probably also take over at shooting. 5'9", Jesus. I might man, that'd be another dude redshirted. That's one of my top guys. Power forwards and then the centers. We got 3 centers, including a redshirted freshman I'm not too keen on, honestly. How does someone 6'9" be technically considered a center? I'm really gonna hate that. How many people we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, well, you know what? I'm just not gonna. I'm assuming I could probably get somebody else at some point. So with 1, 2 red shirts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So with 14 players, 2 of them red shirts, that's going to get us to 12 active players this year. So I think that'll be fine. We'll try to readjust the rotations. Bench depth will go to 11. So we'll have like one guy who's kind of a reserve guy. I feel bad for the center that... Oh, no, the center's actually a starter. Okay. I'm like, so yeah, he's probably the guy we're hanging our hat on with most of this. I feel a little weird about this. What are we technically at? I'd love to know what we're technically sitting at. An 81, so we're actually considered slightly worse than we were last year. But that's kind of my thing, is just working with what I can get. So... I feel like I did okay with some of the guys I picked up, though. I forget who it was I picked up. Whoops. I already forgot like who it was that I had brought in. I think maybe the sophomore might have been from, I don't remember. There was a junior college guy, so I brought in this dude. Who's okay. Wow, I picked up a lot of dudes from Iowa, by the way. We got like... You can already see my influence showing up, too, by the way. So it's like Wisconsin, Iowa, then like Tennessee, Iowa, Minnesota, Iowa, Minnesota, Africa. Then it's like California, Nebraska, Europe, Lithuania, technically. You could already see my my influence in on this team showing itself. We'll sim through the day. Recruiting time. Where are we at? All right, I think we still got a pretty good shot here. So we'll have him do it. Think of Iowa State basketball, you think of players from Iowa and Africa. It's a very good point. There we go. I mean, we still got some work ahead of us with this dude, but I'm trying my best here. Serbia dude, we don't really have anything on him. Shoot off an email. I'll talk to him. I'll visit him. Oh, no. Why does it always do that? Oh, can I not have him? Well, I guess if I'm doing a home visit, I can't. Okay, that's fine. Because I think you can do, like, what, 3 home visits? So I don't think he'll sign in time. I could just have him do that. That'll be fine. I'll get the home visits out of the way, and then I can bring him to campus after that. Because I don't think it's that early in the deal that it happens, but you never know. All right, so where we sit there, still a little ways to go here. Close third on this guy. Very close second. And still a little ways to go on this one. And little ways to go, but we're moving our way up on this guy. So that's working out okay. But yeah, everyone's starting to push towards some of these other guys. They're starting to like find their guys and utilize them. I am so out of this dude's just gonna be doing the emails and phone calls for the juniors because I don't got no more free time. I'm busy talking to seniors, so you can deal with the juniors. All right, moving on to the next week. Stop simulation now. I've made my bed. We're less than a year back now, October 30th, 2017. I'm glad I always have the calendar out for the Sundays to make sure I don't have any Sunday games, because that really messes with your campus visit stuff. So yeah, we'll definitely have enough time to get some campus visits out of the way, because we're getting to the third week already, and we're getting to the third week of home visits. So this is the time where we can officially start like handing out scholarships and all that. Ooh, I don't have a lot of. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do this with very specific people to try to get up there and be the guy that they want. I think this might be the other. Okay, so because one of the guys is a world guy, I can just do that. Oh man, I gotta really split my time here, so I'm gonna give it a bit. That I don't know if that's gonna really hose me on that, because I'm trying to be really, really super duper selective on who I'm handing this stuff out to. Because there's certain people I want. Oh man, because there's certain people I want. I just want to make sure I have the ability to get them. So we'll have him email. I'll visit the recruit. This is another dude I'll probably visit myself as well, so that'll take up that time. He can email them. So we still need the phoning. I still want to do the phone, but I'll physically offer the scholarships for them next week. I think that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to do the phone with the assistant coach. I'll offer the scholarships next week when I can do them, because I feel like it brings it up that much if I can make it happen. So, man, I don't want to. All right, this guy might be. You know what? It's not as bad as I thought. We're 6th, but I'll have him go in my stead. I am out of free time, so yeah, he's gonna take that. We'll keep the scholarship with him for now. We'll have him talk to him as well, and have him talk to him. I'm trying to divide up the time just a little bit. So yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8 scholarships. One of these I'm probably not going to hand out to somebody. I'm taking a real shot in the dark because I want the number 1 guy, but one of these guys I'm probably not going to grab. It's probably this guy I might not offer. Or one of these 2 guys, number 4 or 5 is going to be one of the guys. I think I might wait right up until I get to signing time. I'm thinking because of the 72 compared to the 57 might be a slightly better idea. But then again, he still hasn't really determined anyone that he wants. So it's really, I have no idea. Every now and then you upload a video to YouTube that doesn't want to allow you to put in a playlist. Oh, interesting. So yeah, we'll have him continue to talk to these guys. This is good for that guy as well. There we go. All right, so a lot of these guys we're still kind of grabbing to do pretty okay. I like this guy. We're 16th, but there's 34 interested teams. Something tells me this Lance Head dude next season is going to be the #1 recruit. Something tells me this dude's going to be the #1 recruit to grab. Much like Neil. So it's going to be a run. All right. We can't get away from this shitty logo design. Still not allowed to get away from it. All right. These games might actually go quick. I might be able to get the Cyclone Challenge done pretty quickly just because of the level of teams we're assumedly facing. I should probably see that real quick. I want to see what the tournament tree looks like. Okay, so Gardner Webb already won their game. And I don't know how good they are, but I'm guessing they're not great. So I'm feeling like I can probably whip these two games out pretty quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let it start. I'm going to go grab some Pepto real quick. Because my body is telling me the things that I've eaten earlier is not going to be the most agreeable. They're just like, yeah, I think you're going to have heartburn today. Is that cool?
Welcome, college basketball fans, to this semifinal matchup. We're here at Hilton Coliseum. I'm Vern Lundquist with my partner, Bill Raftery, and our sideline reporter, Tracy Wolfson. Give us your take, Bill.
This game features a matchup between two outstanding big fellas. Moylan is certainly among the best big men in college basketball. He's a tremendous threat, thanks to the deft shooting touch of his. Benson is also very capable at center. He's a magician with the basketball. He can really get creative with the ball in his hands. They're both warriors. We'll just have to see who emerges victorious.
Perfect timing. Oh, one sec. I want to make sure I was sat down. I pushed the stick the wrong way. All right. It's going to feel weird because I'm going to have to play small ball. I grew used to having a big boy underneath the hoop.
The shot was clearly affected by the contact there. Good call.
Knocks down the first one. He gets the second to fall as well. Moylan inbounds the ball. Let's go to our side.
All right, dude, this is a whole new goddamn team.
What do you have for
with the exception of this dude.
Today, I caught up with Coach Wilson.
Oh, that's our center. Oh, that's our center.
Any other area of their team. He anticipates a typically intense effort on the glass and said if they win the rebounding battle, he likes their chances.
Thank you, Tracy.
I'll take it.
Opong catches it. Left wing.
Not a lot of those guys.
Pass.
Usually if they're like that, they're European.
By Timbo. Takes it up. Fouled hard.
There you go. Get that
He'll
foul.
get 2 free throws. Peñazola hangs, knocks down the first one.
All right. Good start. Great start, actually.
Double clutches. He gets the second to fall as well.
There we go. Double clutches on a free throw.
By Benton.
I think they're high.
Coming.
How is that not a double dribble? I guess because he still technically considering he was still in the act of
Opong
dribbling.
Skips it to the right. Outside. Goodrich takes the shot. Off the mark with the 3 ball.
Oh, the big fella with a tough
Hey,
rebound. No
hey!
time
Oh, I should have just shot. That's my bad.
From deep. Got into the paint and it's yanked down. by
Maybe this will
Boylan.
be the thing.
Rebound didn't come to him
Maybe
by
I can find
accident.
shooters.
He knew right where to be.
I think that was probably like sort of hand in the face type shooting, but it looked like he had a decent range on him.
Coming. Backs him down. Bounces it to the wing. Benton just missed it. No 3-point opportunity, but he'll go to the line for 2.
Last year I played big boy ball. Maybe this year I'll have to revert back into
Makes his first appearance.
to a lot of 3-point shooting. Right on the dot. Stay hydrated, bot. It's not very clever, but I just came up with it, so I'm kind of proud.
Inbounds the ball.
I literally thought to say that as I was saying it.
Goes up and in off the glass.
There you go.
They're now up by 3.
I want to see how this Timba guy is. You know, recruited him from Africa. Wonder what part of Africa we went to grab him. And how many, like, I'm trying to think, like, how many, I mean, I guess it like, there's only, you know, so many, I guess, like, places that probably have, like, high-level basketball.
They still have a 3-point lead. Opong passes to the right side. Top of the key.
Oh,
Del
God.
Rosario from
Oh,
about
that was dumb.
19 feet.
All right.
Kimba
So let's
gets the
make some
rebound.
actual shots here.
They're
Huh?
still down 4. Takes it up.
Oh, that was a huge
Grabbed
fake
by
out.
Benton.
And he
This
still
guy
couldn't
was
finish even in
traffic,
shitty
but the D
traffic.
was too good, even for
Really?
him on that one.
You
Dumps it
doing
down
that?
low.
That the way
Snaps
things
off
working
the
today?
board by Timba.
Hey, you didn't give me a
Brings it up.
He
goaltending
couldn't
call.
get it that time. And
Things
the D
might
did
work
a
my
great
way.
job of making it tough on him.
Timba backs him
All
down.
right, Timbo, what do you got in the post?
Puts it up.
Not a whole
Nails
lot.
the jump shot.
All right, you could at least do
They're
that.
ahead, 9-4.
Maybe it was just that one spinny move you couldn't muster up. All right, what's our defense look
Coming.
like?
Hands it off. Lead pass to the inside. And the
No.
ball will land out of bounds after the errant shot. The Delta Devils will bring out some reserves.
I'm hoping to only need one. Here's my hope, is that I only need one half to
Kimba
make this
inbounds
happen.
the ball.
And
About
then the
8
other
and a
game,
half
I only
minutes
need
left
one
in the
half, and that's technically considered a full
Backs
game
down.
of time.
The steal
Oh,
passes it
no.
to State. Opong takes it up, finishes the break. But they're still behind.
That's
by
not
3.
good.
Iowa
Okay.
State takes its
Let's
first
do
timeout of the
shot
game.
selection.
Well, let's get back to the action.
I think our
Coach
defense has
Wilson
been
may have
okay.
to
It's
deal
everything
with
else.
Some chemistry issues after those substitutions. Because that
By
gives
the
him
way,
a
if you
pretty
ever look
inexperienced
to the
lineup
left
out
here,
there.
is that not like such a dangerous
runner?
thing to have the? Oh shit, that's the wrong button.
The long bounce is hauled in by
Is that
Brinkley.
never? Is that
Nice
not such a
pass.
dangerous thing
Built
to
a
see?
great finish in traffic.
Like an orange extension
Got two.
cord. Like you see, it starts like over here, and there's just an orange extension cord going across. You can even see the power strip. That can't be safe.
Dish to the elbow. Lambert, the 15.
I like how this is technically
Wilson
considered a
gets the
neutral
board
site, by the
inside.
way.
He got it up there, but it just wouldn't fall.
Like, sure.
With a little more touch, it might have.
Bennett catches it on the corner. Backs him down. The reverse.
The only reason that the crowd would even be split at this point is because not enough people gave enough of a shit about about facing a couple of nobody teams that they just sold tickets to people who maybe wanted to travel from Mississippi. Like, hey, Mississippi's facing these guys who, you know, it's like the Devils are facing these guys. They were Sweet 16. It's called the Cyclone
Del
Challenge.
Rosario beats it to the elbow. Goodrich lets it go.
How much are
Can't get the
tickets?
jump
I
on
don't
the
know.
ball.
It's like $10.
They're
No one in
still two
Ames
back.
gave enough of a shit
Milton dumps it off.
to buy all the
Bennett
tickets,
backs
so
in.
pretty cheap.
He gets hammered. And he'll
There
have
you
a
go.
strike.
We're Iowa. We're never safe.
Knocks down the first one.
Oh, good. I thought I was a little early on that one.
He gets them both.
The Mississippi Valley State coach might have decided to switch things up a little bit. He's going to take time to make sure everybody's clear on the game plan.
Well, let's get back to the action.
Oh, my God. Dude, I made a mistake today in what I ate for dinner.
Lambert
Holy shit.
inbounds the ball.
I went to the grocery store. They have some pre-made meals that are
Goodrich
delicious
gets it
and
right
amazing,
side.
albeit a bit expensive.
Shoots it.
Maybe not expensive, but like
Pulls it in.
$6 or so
Cyclones.
for something kind of nice. I could have gotten something a little bit nicer, like
Like
they do like honey glazed salmon with wild rice, but that's not fun. That's not barbecuey enough. I went and got me the meatloaf sandwich, and then it comes with like potato wedges. It's really good, but also just one of those things that I like afterwards. I kind of hate myself afterwards. It's like, that was delicious, but now I hate life.
Skip pass inside. Stolen by Iowa State. The Cyclones can push their lead to double digits.
Oh, let's see what he's got. Oh, there you go.
And they now go up by 12.
By the way, I don't think I've said I say hello to specific people when they say something, but just a general hello to you guys in
Del
chat.
Rosario passes it
I'm
to
glad I'm
Elbow.
safe. I didn't even realize that I was,
Gets ball short.
you
Would
know,
have liked
just
to see
about
them get a
15
better
minutes
shot off
away
the bat,
from
Bill.
You know, Vern, that's just shaky
having
shot selection.
having my
with
shit
the shot.
wrecked. Oh shit. Oh damn it. And you know, just a general how you guys doing.
To the elbow.
You don't eat safe either. That's a very good point. I should eat really super duper healthy for the next couple weeks, just so I can really feel the heartburn when I go to the fair.
Hunt has it left wing from deep. Peñazola.
Ah.
There's the miss.
That's why
There we
coaches
go.
want you to hit the glass when a shot is released. Good things happen when you keep that pressure on.
This is good. We keep this up. It'll be an easy first half. Oh shit! Oh shit! What's up?
Inbounds the ball.
What's
Mississippi
up?
Valley State has been on the
Come
wrong
on.
side of this long run, and Tracy's got a report for us.
The Delta Devils coach is
Oh,
not at all
man, I wanna
happy
keep
with the
this
run
going.
they're going through and told his assistants to find a way, any
Oh
way to
Jesus!
turn
They're
this
just
one
changing the
around.
oil
All
on
right,
everybody.
Tracy.
All right, let's do this.
Bounce pass, right side.
Oh balls! All right.
About 4.5 minutes left in the half. Timba backs
Timba,
in.
let's see how Timba goes. Not so much.
Peñazola.
But this guy's shooting is impeccable as he
The
misses.
student section sounds pretty excited, Vern. I think they like what they're
Yeah,
seeing.
I gotta get an idea on the players. These two games are pretty good to get an idea on who my main players are. Like, I already know Buboltz is gonna be good because he was good for me last year. He was a solid shooter, at least mid-range. The rest of the guys are all kind of crapshoots. The Peñazola guy, I think
And he'll come away one
I think
of
it might
two.
be the Brinkley dude. I think might be pretty damn good shooter, if I remember right. Let me
Peñazola
see.
passes to the baseline.
Oh yeah, he's got some range to
Shoots
him.
the three. The basket was buried. by
Yeah,
Brinkley.
he's gonna be a guy to
1 for 2
watch
from
out for.
downtown.
That is for sure.
Kong tosses it up court.
All right, so he's gonna be a
Passes it back to
solid
the
shooter
stripe.
for me on the wing.
Cummings, nice little crossover. Bennett reels it in. The Cyclones carry it up. They're on a 20-5
I wonder how
Nobody
many
around.
times I can just get him to. Oh, there we go.
Sometimes you can be too wild.
Boom, there we go.
Nice move in the paint on that last shot by Bubol. Well, it looks like they're getting set to inbound the ball.
I don't think I'm doing anything Friday.
coming.
I usually have
Inbounds the
something that
ball.
I do,
Mississippi
but there's like
Valley State
nothing.
has had serious
Because I was
problems with their
busy
interior defense.
last week
And
at
Tracy
AMA
has a
Iowa.
report from their bench.
The Delta Devils
And I don't
coach
have
was
anything
talking
this
to his
week.
assistants a
It's
second
just
ago about that
me.
very problem.
All
He
I
said
got
he wants
Saturday
to
is
collapse
taking my
their
mom out
defense
to
into
dinner.
the paint and prevent the entry pass.
Because her birthday
We'll see
was
if it
today.
works.
Thanks, Tracy.
I feel kind of weird because I didn't wish my mom a happy birthday today, but I called her yesterday.
They got on this
Like I
roll
talked to her
a while ago
yesterday
and
about
just
like
haven't
taking her
looked
out for her birthday. I don't know. I don't know if she'll be if because I told her, you know, like happy early birthday. I'm gonna take you out on Saturday, and then I didn't like wish her it today, even though today was like her birthday. And I kept thinking, I'm like, should I bother her? Because it's like we just talked yesterday,
2:43 left in the first half.
and I'm taking her
how you
out to
do it,
dinner
Vern.
Saturday. So
Clear that space under the glass and pounce on that rebound.
hey,
That last three ball was drained by Peñazola.
because I thought to myself like it wouldn't hurt, but then I just didn't do it. I don't know.
Opong. Benton corrals the miss.
Ah.
Off target.
Like I did that with my dad, where I like called him on his birthday, but then like the main part of it was like a different day. I don't know how if that's. I guess we'll see.
Goes up. He misses the
Ooh.
first. Both teams are making a few lineup changes.
Saturday you'll be in Illinois for the Warp Tour. Interesting. I don't know why I thought that died out a few years ago.
Hangs in the air. Good on number 2.
Maybe it did actually like go. Maybe it did actually like stop for a little bit and then come back. I forget.
Leads him with the pass.
Wasn't that a thing? Didn't it like die out and then came back after like a hiatus?
Walls swings it to the right wing.
It's the last year they're doing the
Last
traveling
shot by
tour.
Del Rosario. The Cyclones.
So
have
then
got
it's
a
just
nice
the
lead.
warped
That's
event?
The shot you work for, Bill, even though he's not their number one option.
The defense
Oh,
deserves some
no.
respect because he will
Oh, what am I gonna do without my big boys? Oh, and the one. I mean, it's still a 22-point game.
Good for the three-point play. 1:39 left in the first half.
Just be a festival
Left
in
wing.
one location.
Throws it up.
I mean, that's not
The
bad.
three-pointer was drained by Bubas.
There you go. Look at that. That's a nice little low arc he has on his shot. It's not like the rainbows you usually see with some of the shooters. It's just a very straight shot,
Goodrich passes it up court.
very low angle. That's something you don't see a whole lot of.
Walls. Beats it to the left wing. With the shot. Good look by Goodrich. And they're now behind.
I thought about the
22.
idea of
The
I
Cyclones
should be like
with
one
a
of those
lot
like
of
out
momentum.
like I don't know how well this could
Left
work,
wing.
but I had the idea of being a thrifty
down.
like NBA jersey collector. Oh, how did you miss? How is that possible?
You can't lose concentration
Just
even
to
for
be a
second.
thrifty NBA jersey collector, I just collect jerseys from like maybe like big players on teams that they end up leaving. Like I'll get a Carmelo Anthony Knicks jersey, and then like in a couple years, or maybe in like a year or so, I can get a Carmelo Anthony like Thunder jersey super cheap. Grab me like a Paul George Pacers jersey.
Gets it on the elbow.
Something like that.
Goodrich skips it to the
A
free throw line.
Dwayne Wade Cavaliers jersey.
Launches it. Mills it, corrals it, and that's his third
A
rebound
Michael
of the
Jordan
contest.
Wizards jersey. Oh, Jesus, I just realized that was it.
With the
Oh,
score,
well.
38.
Up by 22. That's pretty good. Usually I do about 20-ish. If it's like only the first half, I usually do
We're
a
all set
bigger
to begin
lead,
the second
but
half.
considering the team we're facing, I'm not really that weird about it. Ah, shit. Well, one of our guys is already out with a broken wrist. I mean, it's worked for me before. I paid bottom dollar for a Roy Hibbert signed basketball. I paid $30 for a Roy Hibbert autographed basketball, which I believe is pretty much the going price for a Spalding basketball without an autograph on it. Somewhere close to that. Okay, 74. It's not bad.
Get ready for College Hoops 2K8. The Gardner-Webb Bulldogs go up against the Iowa State Cyclones.
I really do though want to get my hands on like one of those new Timberwolves jerseys. Not like the jerseys, but I went to the mall and they have like those swingman jerseys that are the t-shirt style. And it's like, man, I forget who the fuck it even was. I don't think it was Wiggins. It might have been Wiggins. It was somebody. Who's like not that. It wasn't like Towns or Butler. Oh my God!
But it's recovered by Boylan. Off target on the last layup.
But it was one of the other. It was one of the other ones. And it was like $80, but I was like, God damn, the design looks cool. It's a nice little t-shirt. These shirts are usually pretty tall too.
He said that it can actually be a negative for them sometimes.
Yeah, they're not just the Bulldogs, they're the running Bulldogs.
And then relax when they have the ball. But he's determined not to let
I want to start a new school. It'll just be like an old man in a prospector's outfit. We won't be the Miners. We'll be the Jumpin' Jehoshaphat's.
That's his first foul.
It takes quick hands to get the theft, and he was too slow.
Look at that. Look at that. He's literally like, if he takes a step, that whole scoreboard's going, like, getting shut down. Who puts a power strip right next to a bench, like next to a basketball bench? This thing holds like 15,000 people. How is this so unprofessional?
An outstanding passer. But it's recovered by Iowa State. Boobles hands it off. Boylan backs him down.
Come on.
Throws it up.
Oh boy. Well, I really just tried that for shits and giggles.
The three-pointer was no good by Hart.
All right. I gotta get a hold of this team and figure out how this team works.
Sallow bounces it to the elbow. Cranes it from downtown. And they lead by 2.
I'll try to be like a Christian university. Like my team is a Christian university called St. John Jacobs. Because there's already a St. John's, so I'm gonna call it St. John Jacobs, and they'll be the Jingleheimer Schmitz. I've got a great chant already for it.
Dumps it off. Dumps it down low.
Oh, that was my fault. The guy that I defended the shot with, I then moved away from him.
Kimba gets it on the elbow.
Come on, get it over there.
Peñazola has it left.
All right, if you want to leave him that open, I mean, oh my God, come on, man. I'm having faith in you here.
No denying him on that one.
Errant last shot by Sallow. Peñazola brings it up court.
There's nothing he can do but shake his head.
I was waiting for a foul on that one. He really drove in, and I thought they were actually going to make something of that.
Sallow skips it to the elbow. They're bringing the double team. Outright. LaGrange.
I don't know why the running Bulldogs got me now feeling like I wanted to have like really dumb team names. And I guess because of the create a team feature, you could technically do that.
Kimba backs in. Puts it up. Misses.
Oh, come on with the let's get moving, guys. Jesus H. Friggin' oh my God, what a long release he has.
Both teams are making a few.
What is going on? Let's go. We're just kind of like this is not the team I want to lose my long ass, my 16-game home streak to. This is not. We're going into a whole nother season of home streaks. I don't want to be losing it to this shit.
But they're still
Let's
up by
not.
3. To the free throw line. Feeds it to the wing. Boylan backs down. Stolen.
God damn. Okay, so some of our big guys really are the drizzling shits at post. Good to know. Some of them they'll do it, but then they'll just lose the ball. Like that's even worse than if they like can't make the spin. So yeah, some of our guys are like not cut out to be doing post game. So probably gonna have to start doing the Grambling method of having some shooters, but I don't think we have that many good shooters. So
8 minutes left in the half.
I'm kind of at a loss right now. Maybe just hope for the best. Look, see, there you go. See, Timba can do it. I like Timba, but I need something.
Can't sink the first.
Dude, his fucking shot is physically hurting me.
He's off on the second.
Dude.
Bogans.
I'm physically hurt by this man's shot.
Bounce pass. High post.
Oh. Make a new school and name them the Bob
With the
Saps.
shot.
Just Bob
Down
Sap
inside.
everything.
Long. Takes it up. Got his man up in the air, but couldn't knock it down. They're still up by 5. Timba backs him down. Lays it up.
There
and
we
in.
go.
He's
Jesus,
got
I was wondering when we'd start being able to get the lid off the hoop. It's not a good start. Hopefully we can do something about that. This is really what we should be doing.
Sallow.
How did he not go back court? Is this not wait? Is this not technically considered like over? Am I high? Am I high? Is he not considered like front court at this point? He's definitely front court. That is definitely he is so in the front court it's not even funny. I demand the backcourt violation.
On the elbow.
Refs are swallowing their
Passes
whistles.
it to the top of the key.
Let that man loose
I
and
do
he
not
knows
recognize
how to
that
do.
three-point shot or two-point shot, I guess it was.
Under 7 minutes left in the half. High post. Bennett backs him down.
Ah,
Stolen away by
you
Gardner
do
Webb.
not enforce the borders.
Making big plays on defense to help his ball club.
What cagey instincts on the defensive end.
Part of his body was still backcourt. The feet usually are the thing that people. That's usually what they're relying on at this point. Why is our there? This guy can generally shoot, but he's just. Timba's really good. I like Timba. Timba's a guy we got to look at because the rest of the team just is kind of with their thumbs up their asses right now.
Well, let's get back to the action. Both teams are going to make some substitutions. Ireland inbounds the ball.
I am a I do not recognize these rules of basketball.
Ireland catches
I
it
am a
down
sovereign college coach. These are sovereign basketball players. We do not recognize your NCAA rules as they stand.
low, but they still lead by 5.
We are free basketball players on the court.
Played in by Covington, but they're still behind by 3. Stolen by Milton. McBrain gets the whistle for blocking, and that's his first foul of the game.
He just didn't get his feet set in time there, Vern. Easy block call.
This guy. Oh, Covington's still here. That's good.
Backs in with the hook shot on the mark.
There we go. All right.
They cut it
I'm
to
going to
1.
protest the outcome of this game only if we lose.
Gardner Webb has had serious problems with their interior
You saw
defense.
C. Cologne
And
sub
Tracy has a
in.
report from their bench.
The Bulldogs coach
That
just
young
told the
up-and-coming
players on his bench we
40-something-year-old.
have to be more physical in the paint. Don't be afraid of some contact. Sounds like he'd rather have some fouls called
could be his
than to keep
dad.
giving up all those easy baskets.
Or some odd
right,
son
Tracy.
that one of them has.
Boobles raises up, gets the go-ahead bucket.
Hey.
Webb coach. might have decided to switch
All right,
things
we're
up a
coming
little bit.
back.
He's going to take time to make sure everybody's clear on the game plan.
Allen inbounds the ball.
I may or may not have seen too many YouTube videos today about sovereign citizens.
Ireland
They're just fun to
passes it
laugh
the
at.
left wing.
Wow, there's like 3 of them just sort of clustered up over there.
Got where he was on the
There you
floor.
go.
He gets called for a 3-second violation. The Cyclones.
What else did I watch?
looking to
Oh yeah,
extend their
what
run.
was it?
Left wing.
What was it? That was sketchy, but I got it. Lazy game reviews. That's what it was. Because he goes over like a lot of old tech,
Dishes
where it's
to the
like,
right.
oh shit, I remember the. It's like, do you remember the floppy disk?
And they call goaltending. They'll give him the bucket.
Hate it.
Both teams are going to shake things up a little bit with some subs.
Carlos
Milton
Colon,
inbounds the ball.
and one of the
It's a
announcers
two-point
called him a young
differential.
up and comer.
Never.
Of course.
It drops. They
All right,
push
I'll
their
take
lead,
this.
but it's retrieved by Skeeter.
You want to keep letting me like do this?
You think
I'll
it's
do
getting
it.
loud in here or what?
And now it's just become a joke that people do nowadays, where it's like, yeah, that young up and coming Brock Lesnar.
Catches it on the elbow.
Glad Kevin Owens lost to that young up and coming Goldberg.
He gets up close and personal and closes the deal.
He really needed that win to cement his legacy.
For anybody to do anything about
Shit
it.
like that.
Passes outright. Boylan
Oh,
came in
damn it.
close.
I'm gonna miss it, and I shouldn't have because I hesitated. I want to see them do that, where it's just like, oh, this young up and comer while he has a receding
Sloppy on
hairline.
the release.
You're right. Just a little,
He's just
but it
balding up
cost
top.
him
He's
there.
got the horseshoe haircut.
Has it on the low block.
Damn it!
Never
Damn it!
bounces
Damn it!
Inside. Boylan gets a piece of it.
How did that not
You
still?
have to protect the lane, and that time they tried to sneak one through on him.
The big guy
Could
has
he being
spoken.
run by young up and coming Vince McMahon?
Sallow hands it off. Out left. Spiked down. Tracked down by Gardner-Webb. Poked away. But it's tracked down by Gardner-Webb. Offline by Maher.
Come on.
They're still down 3. Passes
Didn't
to the
they?
top of the
Didn't they?
key.
Haven't they tried to do that to like AJ Styles or Shinsuke Nakamura? I have a feeling they probably have.
Milton has it outright.
They left him alone. They left him alone.
The 3 was drained by Bubble.
There you go.
He's shooting 100%.
I'll take what's going on right
three-point
now.
range.
Come on. Come on.
The Bulldogs will take a timeout here. Both
My
teams are
HDMI
making a
cable
few
is
lineup
kind of going
changes.
haywire. I got to turn it down a little bit in my on my TV because it's getting weird. It does that after like a couple
inbounds the
hours of
ball.
playing on it. It's just like, nah, we're good. We're just gonna like kind of short
Leads
out
him
for a
with
little
the
bit.
pass.
We'll be back.
Steal by Boylan.
This is the trade-off that I get. That after like an hour and a half, like the TV starts sounding weird.
Tracking down all these
Like the
shots.
signal doesn't
Hope
come
this
out
team
quite right.
eventually just
Comes out
returns
like
some confidence.
comes out like Skinamax in the '90s if you didn't have a cable box.
Another slew of baskets to increase the margin.
Oh, they're really rolling
I realize
now.
that's an old
Might be
reference.
time for the other
Cable
side to
box
call a
is what
timeout.
you used to have in your house, and you used to be able, if you knew what you were doing, to get a kit
Yanks it down inside.
to get illegal cable. Nowadays, it's not really a necessity because you could usually just use the internet for that. But back in those days, if you could find a way to steal cable, that was really something.
And he'll have a chance for the 3-point play.
Yeah, that was a dated reference. It really was.
Foul and put it down.
Cinemax on the cable box.
Ireland didn't sit for long, and he's coming back into the ball game.
Stick around. I'll be making some fucking references towards the wrestling shows I used to tape on VHS.
Launches one from beyond the arc. Corralled by Boylan.
I was watching this show called The Weakest Link. Have you guys heard about that?
He knows he can make it.
Bubbles behind the arc. Boylan keeps it alive on the offensive end.
Moylan didn't get that rebound by accident.
Yeah, there we go.
Flip up and in on that
Skinemax
last
used to
layup.
be the only way you could watch porn and look at a Playboy. Yep. Which used to be a collection of nude photos. Well, they went back to nudity because their sales tanked when they went non-nude, and then their sales tanked when they went non-nude, so they're back to nudity again. Because I don't know why on earth. I don't know what Playboy's thinking.
34 seconds left in the first half.
Are VHSs even around anymore? I don't know. That was another thing I found out about was HD VHSs.
Keep rolling.
I found out that was a thing. They made those all the way up until 2004. They actually had HD VHSs. Like you could buy iRobot. I think iRobot was the last one that was made. And it was like legit 1080.
Beats it to the left
Like it was
corner.
legit like maybe it was
The
1080i.
last ones to
It was
touch
like
and
I think it was
turn over.
1080i quality on
The Cyclones
VHS.
are making substitutions.
It's like wow.
Covington inbounds the ball.
Never even knew about the HD VHSs.
Peñazola got it off in time. Off the
Damn.
mark with the
Okay.
buzzer beater.
Well, I'm still going to have to play a little
They
bit
still
longer.
have a 14-point lead. First half comes to an end with the score 36-22.
I'm only 28 years old, but I'm still like
What do
shaking
you
a
think
stick.
of the first half,
Like
Bill?
I can't think of
these
too
damn
much good to
kids
say about this
today,
game so far. Maybe you can
they don't know what it was
play
like to
and
have
call
to
it.
make a mixtape from songs you got on the radio. They don't know what it was like to have to put songs on a CD if you wanted to listen to
Now
them.
we'll bring you our player of the half. Who's your pick, Bill?
I still have my Walkman.
If you like offensive
I keep it around for
fireworks,
nostalgic
Gus
purposes.
has
I
had a
don't
lot of
use
fun
it, but I still
watching
keep
this
it in
guy
storage
first
because
half.
it's a
Whenever he
Walkman.
has to get to the bucket, he'll do it.
I think my
What?
Discman got trashed though.
Tremendous effort.
I remember
from our
that.
player
That
of
my
the
old
half.
Discman was pretty cool. I actually worked with an old guy at the post office who still uses a Discman and still did the changing of like cassettes and stuff up until he eventually quit or retired or something in like 2012. But like I came in with my, by the way, I backed the wrong horse. I came in with my Zune HD, and he's still carrying around like a pocket of discs and a Discman, and he's got like the old school headphones. Yeah, it was something.
I guess we'll see what he means soon enough. Guys?
Well done,
Ah,
Tracy.
there we
Thank
go.
you. That last 11-footer made
Not knowing
5
the struggle of how to blow, having to blow into a game cartridge. Oh man, I know.
From deep.
I'm not even 30 yet, and I'm just like, what the fuck is the like? There's certain things where I'm like, what the fuck is the appeal of this? That's what makes me feel old, is finding out like, oh, what is the appeal of this
He
thing?
tried to sneak it in over the trees and just missed.
That's when you want to play inside out. Locate the open man on the perimeter.
Recordable VHS tapes until about 5 years ago. I mean, I'm betting I could probably still go to Walmart and find them. I don't even think it was 5 years ago. I'm pretty sure I've seen recordable VHS tapes like
He's shooting 50%
at least in
of the game.
2017. I don't know about 2018, but I bet you I could probably find them if I really wanted to.
He gets hammered, and he'll head to the strike.
Oh shit, that's my
He
bad.
misses the first. Ireland got a quick
I
breather,
forgot
but
he's got
they
a
get back on the floor.
stupid release. Come on.
Misses them both.
Oh my God almighty.
Didn't come to him by accident. He knew right where to
Get in there.
Finished nicely down low on that last shot. Bogan
Force
inbounds
your
the
way
ball.
into the hoop.
10.5 minutes left in the second half. They're going to double team him. Sallow, way up court. From downtown. Dropped in by McGrain. He's 2 for
They
4
want to
from
make
long
sure that I
range.
have to stick around and actually play this damn game. Like, listen, you can consider it like,
Pulls the trigger.
you can consider it whatever you want, but we're not gonna go down easy.
Can cut it to single digits.
I'm not even the Kardashians. Like, I kind of maybe understand because because good-looking woman, and they got some money
Ireland
from
as they
other
start
things,
from
but yeah.
18 feet away.
Kardashians,
Knocked
like
down
the
by
idea
Bogan.
of being confused about the appeal of the
Three for five in the
Kardashians
game.
isn't even like that's
Dumps it
like
to the paint. Hunt
like
takes it up,
I'm thinking more
lays it
like
right in.
the appeal
Nice
of
look by
like
Peñasola. Two
certain
assists,
like
and he leads his
websites
team
and
in that
dance
category.
routines and all
Gardner
that.
Webb calls time.
Cell phones first came out. Yeah, my first phone, I think it was a Nokia. And the coolest thing about it was that it sent text messages. And I think I could make my own ringtones with the sounds of the buttons. I could program it in such a way that defense shot selection.
Well, it looks like they're getting set to inbound the ball.
Change the length of something and then make a song out of it. Donating to GoFundMe to
Ireland
get one of them to
inbounds
be
the
the youngest
ball.
billionaire in history. I mean, that's
Logan.
just stupidity. I don't know why people do that. You're literally throwing
Sallow
away money.
passes
You're
it
not going
down
to see
low.
anything
Last
for
shot
it.
laid in by Bogan.
And I don't think she started the GoFundMe. If she started the GoFundMe, then that's really stupid.
Left
But I think
right.
some random
Unloads.
Kardashian fan just
Got
did
into
it.
the paint, and it's yanked down by Bubos.
Oh, look at the physicality.
You didn't get smartphones until 5 years ago.
Pounding
I'm
through the
trying to
contact
remember when I got mine. I'm thinking it was about 8 years ago because my first smartphone was the original
Shot is
Droid.
good for a three-point play.
I had the OG
Gardner
Droid.
Webb is really struggling.
To be fair with mumble rap, there's a lot of like decently respected rappers that don't even understand mumble rap.
Snatches the rebound.
What the fuck is it? Hobson? Like Hobson made a parody track about that called No Words,
Fires.
and it was just
From long
him
range.
just rapping random bullshit.
Points, and he's
Like
the
he
top
didn't
scorer.
he just made sounds and then every once in a while he'd say like a sentence or a phrase in the mumble rap style. And then like at the end he was like, "Yo, but all of them," he's like, "and watch, all these dumbasses are going to be like, "Yo, but that shit was hard though."
But it's missed by McGrain.
That was a much
Yeah,
quicker
Hobson,
shot than
no
they might have
words.
liked,
It
but
was
a
it
pretty
was
open
great.
look, so it's tough to fault him.
Peñasola.
Oh, that was iffy.
Goes up.
Nah,
The
fuck it.
fadeaway
Do
was
it. There you
nailed
go.
by Bennett. By 50.
Random person felt that strongly about her
Gardner Webb
needing to be
is
one that
having a
they
lot
started
of
it,
trouble
and random
preventing
fans have
second
actually
chance
donated
balls.
too much money to it.
And
Yeah,
Tracy
that's
has
called
a report.
throwing
The
money
Bulldogs
away.
coach said to his players
You're
on
not
the bench,
getting
"You're
anything
not
out of
willing to
it.
fight for those
Like if
boys,
it's a
I'll
GoFundMe,
find
like
somebody
okay,
who is."
like if it's a
Guys, it
Go,
looks
like there's
he's
been
at his
GoFundMes
wits'
for
end when it
like,
comes to their
you
rebounding
know,
problem.
Thanks, Tracy.
helping somebody out, even if you're not gonna, even if it's not like Kickstarter where you're not really gonna get anything out of it, like a product or a service or anything. It's the idea that you're helping somebody out who needs it.
About 7.5
That is a
minutes left
kick,
in the
like
second
that's a
half.
GoFundMe that
Ireland
you're
comes
helping
it
out
off.
someone who literally does not need it. They're never
Leads him
going to
in.
need it.
Can't convert, but he'll go to the line for two.
Is that can't still be a thing? Like I'd have to believe that actually got shut down. I refuse to believe it hasn't been.
He can't get the first. The Cyclones will make some substitutions.
GoFundMe to get someone a trip to Wakanda.
Good on number two.
Literally
Seymour
a fictional
make his
place.
first stint off the bench.
I mean, there's been a lot of stupid
Inbounds
GoFundMes,
the
so
ball.
I'm not. I shouldn't be that shocked.
Peñasola, the reverse.
I mean, dude,
Finishes
someone
in
had a
close.
successful GoFundMe to make potato
52
salad,
to 38.
which I'm pretty sure was
The
just a
Bulldogs
joke because
with
I think
some
he
difficulties.
wanted like $20 to make his own
Pokes
giant
free,
bowl of
and it's
potato
scooped up
salad.
by Peñasola. Goes up for the jam. Slams
There we
it
go.
home to finish
And then
the
he
break.
ended up getting like $20,000 or something. He got like thousands of dollars out of it just for the jokes. Like, I don't mind if that gets money because, like, listen, people can spend their money however they want. And if they're sending it to like a joke, like I think the guy made potato salad. So it was like, well, he did deliver on what he wanted. It's really on the people who donated as much money as they did to like, you know, not have given him so much.
Covington backs him down.
That's gonna be iffy. All right.
And they're now out in front by 19.
They're going to
Her
stick with them all
GoFundMe's
the
still
way up the
active.
floor in the
Of course
full
it
court
is.
man-to-man.
I don't even want to know how much money is in there at this point.
Risky pass. Errant last shot by McGray.
I hope someone like hears this like 3 years from now.
Making things difficult.
And of course, I'm not going to get the message until fucking 2021. But I hope like several years from now,
Covington.
like someone asks, like there was a Kardashian trying to be the youngest, blah 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 blah.
Fans we've got
Maybe
here
they'll
today.
forget about her.
The streak continues, and that's 17 unanswered.
I forget if it was. I don't think it was Kim.
Bulldog.
I think it was one of the other.
Last time out.
Oh, who the fuck did Chris Humphreys? Oh, it was Kim Kardashian. I remember there was like a thing with like Chris Humphreys when he was in the NBA, and he was on like the Kardashian show. And I remember a point where she was talking about like doing something in like 5 years. She's like, yeah, maybe in 5 years I'll want to do blah 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 blah. And Chris just drops it. He was like, honey, in 5 years, people might not you might not be famous anymore. $2,200 donated. Make me want to set up my own GoFundMe account.
Ireland inbound.
Yeah, who knows? But I've seen a lot of GoFundMes that just don't get anything. So
It's gathered up by Bennett.
you never know how things turn out until you watch it. That was iffy, but I made it.
Was dropped in by Neverett.
They're still showing that they're still basketball players. Above all else, they're still basketball players,
Tracy's
guys.
got a report for us.
The Bulldogs coach is not at all happy with the drought they're going through and told his assistants to find a way, any way, to turn this run around.
Thanks, Tracy.
Come on.
Bogans goes to the crossover. Seymour, 14 feet out. Bogans gets inside and puts it down.
Come on.
The
There we
last
go.
layup, no good. They got to find a way to
You get
stop
a new
this
apartment, so you
onslaught.
have better
Well, the
internet
best
for Twitch.
defense can be a good offense, and they don't seem to have one right now.
Ah.
And that last shot by Timba. The
Yeah,
Bulldogs
keeping up that
need to
GoFundMe
find
is
some
going to make it
answers.
hard for people if they want to.
Zola.
It's going to make it hard for them to like keep anything shut down. Or it's like, hey, listen, you kept a GoFundMe up to
Gets it, left wing.
keep a Jenner
Pass,
to
baseline.
like get to be the youngest billionaire. Like, what's your absolute reasoning for getting rid of blah blah blah?
Peñazola passes to the right wing. Buried from beyond the arc by Covington.
Looks like
He's
their
shooting
actual
100%
business is
for the
donating.
game. Sallow tosses it up court.
I don't know. Maybe it's like a politician. Maybe that's what they're doing. Is their businesses donating to them? It's like a politician, where you're basically bribing them at this point, and maybe they'll do some. Maybe they'll help out your business a little bit
The tray
by
off the mark
association.
by Covington. But they're still out in front by
Yeah, publicity.
26.
Yeah,
Bogans
that might be
almost
it.
a three-point opportunity. Instead, he'll go to the line.
but instead of a politician, it's just a celebrity. But then again, I think people probably care more about celebrities than politicians.
Both teams are going to make
Let's
some
start when to get a
substitutions.
pro sports team to come to Iowa. Yeah. Could happen eventually. Maybe. Or let's just take one of like the lesser. To be fair, we don't have to specify a pro sports team. We can make it like a lesser team. We don't need like a baseball or a hockey or something. We got the AAA versions of that. Like baseball, hockey. We don't have a football, but I don't see them doing football here.
He's doubled up.
But maybe if we mention it, it's like, okay, well, we'll get like a major league soccer team, or like one of the arena things. Like we'll get a like an indoor, like the indoor soccer team. Maybe we'll get the Cedar Rapids one to move to Des Moines or something. That'll be the GoFundMe.
Can't sink the first.
Or maybe box lacrosse. You don't have to specify what type of pro team. It just needs to be a pro team.
Good on number 2.
Maybe we'll try to get like a major league rugby team. They're really starting to grow.
Never with the wide.
Bring major league rugby to Iowa.
He's 3 for
Set
3
up that
for the game.
GoFundMe.
The Bulldogs down.
We'll
big.
purchase a team.
Top of the key. from deep. Oh, never
Ah.
shot by Sallow. They're now behind by 22.
Yep.
Never
Yep.
picks it up.
Hey.
Slides in with a soft finger roll.
Person makes GoFundMe just keeps all the money for themselves. No need to steal away our soccer team. We don't have much left here. It's a good point. You barely have an indoor football team at this point.
Bulldogs coach is not sugarcoating the issue. He told his assistants our fundamentals are abysmal, and then added the only
I want to
players
do
want
that.
on the
Bring
floor right
Major
now
League
are the
Rugby
ones
to
that can
Iowa.
take care of the ball.
All right, Tracy. Send away. Get it out of there.
Or
You have to protect
or
the lane.
like I
That
said,
time, they tried
you
to
didn't.
scoop
We only said
Big
sports. We
guy
didn't
has
say esports. Maybe we can buy an Overwatch League team.
With the floater, the layup.
Maybe that'll be how we do
They're
it.
leading 70-46.
Then again, that would have to be a lot of money. Isn't it like $500,000? I forget what it is, but it's a large. Maybe it wasn't like 25 million or something to have an Overwatch League esports team.
He may have
It
been
was something
too open on that
ridiculous.
one.
It was
I
something
think
like
he caught
really
him off guard a
crazy.
little bit.
Takes a three. Reeled in by Bogans. That's his third rebound of the contest.
When a shot like that comes around,
Just
you
a
gotta
bunch
hit it.
of Iowa Twitch streamers promoting
Nice little
bringing
crossover.
Overwatch League to Iowa. It's like, listen, we don't get any actual like pro level actual sports, so let's do an
Dumps it
esport
inside. Last shot laid in by Bennett.
and have Iowa somehow end up on
Coach empties his
ESPN.
bench.
Well, there's no time to wear your starters out at this point or risk injury.
Allen has it on the strike.
Titans are
That
staying for
last
another
shot
year. Some
buried
group from
20.
Florida bought
Milton
them.
inbounds the ball. They just gave a mediocre guy 2 points.
He dropped it.
I wonder
like
if that
it
would
was
ever be.
hot.
I'm imagining they don't make money, but I wouldn't.
Bulldogs have got
Maybe
a
that'll
lot
be
of
maybe that'll be
ground
something if I ever win the
Left
lottery.
wing.
I'll try to buy
The
like an
three-pointer was
indoor
drained by
team
McGrain. But they're
just to
still
see the
down by
logistics of
21.
how that all works. Whoop.
Never it. Backs in. Bennett lets it go from the left block.
Ah.
Bennett is whistled for reaching in, and that's his first foul. The Cyclones are making
There's a
few
block
lineup
by
changes.
Ma. Barnstormer success to bring in an
58 seconds
Overwatch
left in the
team?
game.
Absolutely.
With the shot. No luck on the three-pointer. by Sallow.
Like, hey,
When a
listen.
shot like that comes
Champions
around,
are made in
you gotta hit it.
Iowa,
They
as you
just
can tell
dared him to
by
shoot.
watching this
I think game is
2018
battery
United
There's
Bowl
just
game.
not enough time left for a comeback.
Champions can be
Fire on
made
that
here.
last three by McGrain.
And then we can bring in investors by talking about how fucking affordable housing is
Backs
here.
down. Covington hits the layup.
Where it's like,
They
listen,
shoot
I've seen houses like if I had the money, I saw an abandoned, maybe not well, I guess it's technically abandoned, but it was like an unused elementary school.
Gotta make that shot.
An entire elementary school. I don't know how many classrooms it had, probably not a ton, but it was a legitimate elementary school on sale
Passes it up court.
in Des Moines,
Lay-in was good.
$200,000. 2 stories.
Inbounds the ball.
Had like classrooms with still like with chalkboards and stuff on it.
Doesn't go.
Like I'd buy that.
Personal foul. Team foul.
Who needs like a house when you can buy a goddamn school?
He misses the first.
Ugh.
The Cyclones are going to shake things up a little bit with some subs.
You can have a streamer school. There you
Since
go.
the second.
We don't need streamer houses. We'll do streamer
As it
schools.
goes,
I just realized that was it. That was the end of the game, and I
the
didn't even
Bulldogs,
think about it.
78-53.
Show them a
And
couple
now it's
seasons.
time to
Cedar
show
Rapids
you
Rough
our
Riders won the
player
league
of the
championship.
game.
Ignore that it was 5 to 10 years ago. Showing the success of the Iowa Barnstormers. Like, listen, Iowa's no stranger to ESPN. As we're showing footage of Kurt Warner
Now let's enter to the studio and Greg
for the
Gilbert
Barnstormers.
with the Pontiac
Like,
Game
pay
Season
no
Report.
mind to the fact that it's like 1996. We know how to bring people in. All right. Does that technically count as I wonder if that technically counts as a home game, cuz like it's kind of sort of neutral. Home streak of 2 games. Okay, so it does technically count. That's good. No. Just a different one. I should have that at the bottom from now on. Like, okay, we had 15-game home streak. Now we're at 2 games. This is where we're going to sit, is a 17-game home streak. I wonder what's the longest standing home streaks right now. I want to see that. NCAA basketball home winning streaks. NCAA men's basketball current win streaks. And then it just doesn't really load anything. Okay. Maybe I'll just go to Wikipedia. Wow, UConn women's basketball had 111. The Lakers had 33 games back in the 70s. But I'm trying to see what they might have now. Doesn't really say. Oh man, my body is just not liking the food that I have eaten. So I think easy to say, I won't even really have to worry about being like a strong home court advantage until, yeah, Kentucky went 129, but that was literally from 43. Look at that, 48, 70 through 76 was UCLA, 57 through 64. That's hardly, like, okay, yeah, but also, The longest men's basketball winning streaks are shit from, like, generally before TVs were even a thing. And then one in the 70s. Ooh, okay. Let's email. Man, okay, I'm going to get the... Okay, I'm trying to see where we're at with this. We can invite this recruit to campus, which is probably what we want, because that's best possible option here. So the rest of the time, I think, can be spent... All right, I need to offer scholarships is what I need to do. That's going to be the first part. Offer them their scholarships. And then we'll get some emails out of the way from the guy who doesn't do a lot of scouting. And then we'll start doing some phoners with the guys, the top 3 guys on my list. And then the other 4 can be dealt with by this dude. And then at that point, we can just kind of throw some extra stuff at the... Whoops. Yeah, that's all right. Whatever. At this point, oh well. This guy will just talk to him. And they don't like his tone. Actively just hurting ourselves at this point. 97, and he's doing a campus tour, so that should be helpful. That's what I wanted. That is what I wanted. Steal him away from UCLA. That is what I wanted. What do we got here? We are a ways back, but I think we still have a shot. I don't think he's going to sign with anybody during the signing period. Who knows? Campus tour would be nice, but it looks like I can't do it this time around. That's fine. Didn't look like I could do it with this dude either. But I'm right there. Like, I am just right there. Oh, Serbia, so I wouldn't be able to do it anyway. All right, let's get right up to the Louisville game. Let's do that. What do we got with this? 91. Oh boy. We're at Louisville, so that's good. What are my home games here? We got UCLA, which is going to be, it could be worse. Florida State, it's not terrible. Grambling, which will be fine. Ohio State's not even. Illinois. Okay, so I'm feeling pretty good about being able to keep my streak alive, at least through the non-conference games. The conference games are going to be a bit of a bitch, but we'll find out. Kansas is number 3. Not surprised. Anybody else? Kansas State seems to be doing pretty well. Seems to be a fluke also. Texas Tech. Texas Tech's getting back up there. Texas is going to be difficult. It's weird seeing Nebraska on here. All right. Doing okay. So there we go. We are into the next season. We got all of our stuff dealt with as far as rosters and everything is concerned. Now I'm doing some serious recruiting for this next season. And I'm feeling pretty good at least one guy. I think the other 2 are going to be kind of a toss-up. This guy I don't think is going to be as much of a toss-up because we're pretty much right there to possible first. And I have A+ charisma, so that was the big thing. This one's going to be an uphill battle, but you never know. This one also kind of the same thing. You never know. The idea is if that guy's probably signing with them come the how many weeks are left in that? All right, so we got at least 3. We got 3 weeks worth of recruiting to do before they really have before the signing period ends. So that one center that was kind of maybe the potential backup guy, maybe, or no, the backup guy is the one who's most likely to sign. But yeah, 84%. I mean, I don't know why they filled up and then disappeared again, but we're bringing them back. So yeah, I need to go to NBA after this, do a little Sharif and Friends. So I'll have that for you guys on stream. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you very much for continuing to watch. I greatly appreciate it, and I will see you next time.